Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in on Eswatini TV. When you see this face, you know that it's time to learn something. This is Dream It, Achieve It, guys. Always bring you guys entrepreneurial story covers. So today we are here to meet up rather with one of our local entrepreneurs, Namuhla Checkers. We're here to meet up with the managing director of Charlie's Kitchen. That's the name of her business. Her name is Sihle Dlamini. Wenda Catering. She also bakes cookies, and of course, as you can tell, the samosas, guys. So basically we're here to find out more about her business, and of course not everyone has a passion and love for cooking, so she's definitely your girl if you have an event or you have something that's happening or it's a get together with your family. So basically we're here to meet up with Sihle Dlamini, the managing director of Charlie's Kitchen, the people that actually make our lives very very easy, guys. So here to join us, just about her business as per usual, and we hope that by just listening to her share her story, there's something that you're going to learn today on Dream It, Achieve It. Hello, Sihle Unjani.
I'm okay, Malungela. How are you?
I'm feeling awesome. Thank you so much for having us today in your space. So can you tell us more, Guti Sihle Ngubani, before we get to talking about your business, before we get to the good stuff, you just having passion and love for cooking. Can you explain to us, Guti, who is Sihle?
Sihle is Sihle. Sihle is Sihle. Well, I'm a woman of many talents.
Yes.
It's just that this one, kakhulu
Yeah.
amongst the talents that I have.
Okay.
I grew up Matapa,
Yes.
raised by my grandma, of course.
Yes.
I've learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
Even the cooking. Sanguthi thina bese sesiyakuthatha sikwenda kuba kukhulu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Grew up in Matapa, raised by grandma. We have something in similar. I was raised by my grandma as well. So, tell me more about Charlie's Kitchen. What you guys do specifically. Siyabona ukuthi sesivele siyabona ngamasamusa. Siyalamba nje nyalo siyabona ukuthi you have a passion for cooking. But can you just tell us more about your business? What is it that you do exactly?
Charlie Kitchen does a lot. We cater for events.
Yes.
For parties, we cater for weddings as well. So there's just a lot of cooking that's going on in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of cooking that is going on. So specifically, when you cater for people's events, is it like a menu that you suggest, or they can curate it into, fitting their needs? What happens in terms of, I want you to come and cook for me. I want you to, make my event special. So how do you go about that? What's the whole process behind, making sure that the event is successful in terms of your business?
Most times you find that people do not have their own menu.
Yes.
So we then sit down and discuss what you really want.
Yes.
Labanye bavame kuba nayo their own menu and baba sure of what they want.
Yes.
And then we look around that. How can we do that? Kuze kuphumelele your own menu. Kube kudla lokukahle.
Okay.
But labanye ukhanze ukuthi they do want to have that big menu. Bese ukhanze ukuthi bashaya budget.
Okay.
And then but I allow that. Okay, Nomalungelo has her own budget.
Yes.
And then we work on your budget.
Okay.
Sibone ukuthi okay, this big menu that you say you want. Ngeke kuze kuphume kule mali lothi unayo.
Okay.
So you bring your budget, we create your menu, we cook for you, and then we serve.
Now, I'm a person that attends Emma events, right? So I know exactly what goes on in terms of people having a thing for food. Now, can I just ask, Guti, ule menu siqala ngema starter, sitting a main meal, sitting at dessert, no manje is just the main meal, because sometimes, bamfuba specific in terms of their business. So ngifuna kwazi ukuthi, do you cater for that as well? Go to the starters, there's the main meal and this dessert, or you just have a specialty on just main meal or just dessert? Because of course you did mention that you bake as well, so can you explain that to me?
Okay. Akona and my clients at where you find that they want all three courses in their event. So that starters, main, and dessert.
Okay.
So we do that.
Okay.
And of course the budget is affected when you have three of those in your event. So I do that. We make starters serve main and then your dessert. And then you find other clients will just want only the main and dessert, or just the main. They provide everything for themselves, probably the dessert.
Okay.
Yes, but I can serve for you. That's if you have brought the dessert. I have them. Please cook the main for me.
Okay.
I'm bringing the dessert. Then you can serve them you can serve them.
Hey, maybe let's just back it up a little bit. What inspired you actually to start this business? Ngiyati ukuthi uthite ukhuliswe ngugogo and she taught you a thing or two about cooking, but what exactly happened that made you want to start a business in cooking?
To tell you the truth, I was the worst cook
Okay.
at home.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was the worst cook. My mom didn't understand at first. Why are you going for catering now? Because you are the worst cook in the house.
Yeah.
Bengihlala ngibabulala ngaswayi nje all the time.
Okay.
But I think growing up, sengihlala ngeDvana, 2014 especially.
Yeah.
I started the love of cooking. Ngalokuthi nje ngihlala ngeDvana bengisengakasebenzi anyway.
Yeah.
So I was trying this and that. I was watching the Food Network to learn a thing or two.
Okay.
Kahle le passion nje yaqalela ngekuthi bese ngihlala ngeDvana and vele I have to cook.
Yeah.
I have to cook for myself. I have to try this. I have to try that.
Okay.
So then I said, there's nowhere that they can employ me. Ngingasiko qualified.
Yes.
So I just said, let me go take a course.
Okay.
And challenge myself.
Okay.
It was basically a challenge that I said, I need a challenge this year. Let me just go and do a catering course. I did just that.
Okay.
It went well. I did well.
Okay.
And then I came back to the house, still no job. I said, okay, because let me try and see what I can do. Okay. The family called them over. In a small scale.
Yes.
And then ngakula. Kind of good. I'm having friends over. The Christmas events, I'm cooking.
Yes.
So long I'm 17, I charge a month.
Okay.
I was still on the challenge thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the following year I said, now I need a challenge.
Yeah.
I need to cook for a large number.
Yes.
And a challenge came.
Okay.
Almost died though. I almost died though. I was cooking for 100 people.
Wow.
It was, okay, I just thought maybe I was ready.
Yes.
But when the day came,
yes,
it's okay, nah my ingredients. So what's because I learned even at school, good see when you're cooking for 100 people, this is so much that you need for what and what.
Yes.
So the ingredients are there. Now you gotta start the job.
Wow.
So I started cooking for 100 people when I started cooking. My first gig, when I started cooking for 100 people. So it was a great challenge. I was working under pressure, yes, time and everything. Good thing is it going to come out well?
Okay.
So is it going to come out well? Will the people love it?
Yeah.
Is it going to be perfect? All that. Such that you panic attack at some point. I'm like, okay, time. I served, people came and collected the food.
Okay.
And I was waiting for a feedback. All crossed.
Did it come?
Then everything came out well.
Yeah.
Gudla was nice. And yeah, that is how I started.
Okay.
Yes.
So first gig catering for 100 people, were you alone? Did you have help? And also I'd just like to ask, Guti, that was 2015, right? Was it 2015?
Yes, it was 2015.
And were you alone?
I was alone. Okay, there was one hand that was helping me, washing dishes, doing this and that. But in the cooking, I was alone, chopping, alone. Okay, because go chopper, you prepare it the previous night. Yeah. So you chop, there was no pressure. Okay. So the following day, morning, yes, I was alone.
Okay. What would you say are some of the highlights since you started, and how has it been going for you?
Um, it has been amazing. What I can say is that I've seen myself grown.
Yes.
I've seen myself grown in the space, got cooking, got catering. Um, there were challenges, yes, major challenges because already vele kunebantfu labakhulu labatiwako in the catering space.
Yes.
There are so many people vele lasebayati le business. And then when you come, you're young, you're just from school. Ngubani lo Charlie? Who's Charlie? So kuba nalogo, and people would be like, fike nje namalungelo, angimadi mina lo Charlie. Uphekele bobani? Yabo. So all those things bese tiyakwenda phinza futhi uve ngazo I may go back to my shell. Maybe vele I'm not ready to go out. So mostly bekuba ngiloko kuthi bakhona labakhona in the space kule catering lo bakhanzile. What is it that you think you're gonna do different kuloku wena lokukhanzile? But nje lengingakusho ukuthi I really have grown sukela ngalesikhathi ngisaqala, seriously. I've served so many people. So many people have contacted me.
Also, how do you handle, because you are just mentioning right now, Guti, there's so many people that are in the catering space and reputation is important. They're probably going to ask about you, who you've cooked for before, your successes and everything. So how do you handle that as someone who is just like trying to get their business to, move forward? Kanti vele sekunebantfu labayi-established. So what do you do as a business person that's so important and versatile for you? Ukuthi ukhone ukuthola lamathenda lawa ukuthi bantfu bakuqashe ukuthi ubaphekele. How do you handle it?
It is not an easy thing really to impress umuntu, especially because they're gonna pay. Tinvele tfaka imali, naye nje umuntu uba nayo ukuthi okay, is she going to do well because ngidofaka imali yami here? So it's not really easy to just impress a person. Kusita labamfu lobaphekele, the references really.
Okay.
Yeah. Ngisho ukuthi I've cooked for families before ngicale to charge. Ngifike nje in your family and cook for you. So if then they want me to refer them, so I give them the reference of the people I've catered for before. Okay. So basically ngiloko mina loko ngisitile ukuthi angathi ngicala in catering ngavele ngangena ngacharge and everything. So benginako lokuthi okay, let me cook for your event at home in a family setup. Yabo. So ukhenzakala ukuthi nasekufuneka ngiyopheka and then the person wants a reference ukuthi wena, who have you cooked for? Labanye baye babuke even lesithombo sami nje ukuthi wena ungabaphekela bamfla bang 300 wena. So uyapheka wena. So you just give them the people logile wabaphekela, and then vele find that they give them positive feedback because no, she's good.
Siyahamba ke 2014 siyayithatha i-catering course, right? But nasowuqala ngalo 2015 deciding ukuthi okay, you're actually going to push a business in catering. Le mali yalokuqala le business uyithathapi? Because in as much as maybe people would think that you didn't need a lot of money or you didn't need like much money at all, you still need pots, you still need like ingredients. Sometimes clients probably pay so umsebenzi. So how did you come up with the seed capital to start your business?
Really, there was no capital.
No,
there was no capital at all when I started. Okay. Because bakhona bo bigger sister labe bakhona in the catering business. Laba bangani besengibati who have really become my sisters. Labangichushisa nje kungisita ukuthi you know what, because you're only starting and we are ukuthi there's no capital. So what really works in this industry, ukuthi bamfu babhadale upfront. Yes, it is not easy. It's not easy to convince them to pay, but kukhona lokuthi okay, pay a deposit, say 50% or 60%. so that I start and cook for you. So I think in Sitwang Logo because there was really no capital when I started. Yes.
So moving forward, 2024. Is Charlie's Kitchen still like a one man business, or you actually do have some people that you call up, people that you work with in order to make sure ukuthi nangabe sowuthole amathenda mhlambe bamfuba uphekela like excuse me, like 200 people, 150 people at least, so yakhona kuba nebamfu labakusitako. Do you have that sort of assistance, or you're still doing it on your own?
Okay, I do have a few people that help me here and there. Just two ladies. They're actually chefs
Okay.
themselves.
Okay.
Kuyenteka ukuthi nangabe ku dry bese naye so yangibita when there's a tender
Okay.
or pass me a tender. So sisebenza kanjalo really. It's not just people labangekho good the same industry that I'm at.
Okay.
So it's basically the people labawatiko nabo lo msebenzi that I'm doing also. So those are the people that I call upon. Good, hey guys, I have this. Can we come together and work together so that we make this day a success?
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. On a lighter note, you've worked with so many people, you have cooked for so many people. What would you say is your favorite dish, to go to dish to make? Because we're dealing with someone that is in the cooking industry, guys. So wena kahle kahle lo ngayipheka ngisho nje uvuka ebusuku, what would you say is your specialty and something that you really love preparing, or just making sure ukuthi okay ngiyakwenda lokho and I know how to do it even if like I was sleeping?
Okay, I love pasta dishes. Yes. So I love pasta a lot. So I can cook pasta even from my sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, we're dealing with people that are probably watching you for the first time. They don't know about Charlie's Kitchen. A person is probably thinking, okay, maybe I have an event that's coming up, right? But what makes you so different? What sets you aside from other people that are already, in the business of catering? So, what sets you aside? Yeah, boss, yeah, do pasta maybe I shy, but what sets you aside, in your business?
Kudimisela nje and doing your best in every challenge that you're given by a client.
Okay.
So what makes me different, I do my best. I nail it also.
Okay. And of course, it's 2024. It's been a couple of years in the business. What would you say are some of your dreams for it moving forward? Maybe in the next 5 years, what is it that you want to accomplish going forward? What are some of the things also that you would say you have learned the most just dealing with people and working with people?
Okay, let me start with this one. In the next 5 years, Charlie would grow, I know.
Yeah.
Utabe sekakhulile really probably would have a location where you'd find us. Because ngike ngatfolakala before at Twashini.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because of political unrest, so much happened, and I had to come back to the house and work from home.
Okay.
So yes,
Working space.
Working space. I'm working on that, and you sort out when you want kudla kwase-Charlie's Kitchen. This is where you'll go.
Okay.
Yes. So the other question is that kusebenza nebamfu, it is good, but it is challenging as well. But you have to embrace those challenges ngekuhamba kwemalanga, because akusiko vele lula to work with people, because people have their expectations. Nami as a cook, I have an expectation, but ke siyafunza khona lapho ukuthi kusetshenzwa njani nebantu, how to deal with your clients. Kude nje funeka customer ulinikeze lelo likufunako. That's the easiest way to deal with people. Okay. Yes.
All right. And lastly, before we let you go, just words of wisdom to someone who's thinking, oh, already know that I can cook. Maybe I also don't have an office space, but I would like to push my business. Just cooking for people and making sure that I take myself seriously. What would you say to someone who's thinking of probably starting a business, maybe in catering, or maybe perhaps not even in catering, just to encourage them? Guti, if you're here as Sihle Dlamini uqalile business yakho yekupheka, that means that another person who's also watching can probably do the same thing. So any words of advice to people young like yourself and they want to thrive and make it in the business industry?
Okay, Namalungelo, bese ngishilo ukuthi kahle kahle ngiloku timisela nje. Because as umuntu, you know what you want.
Yeah.
So kutimisela and doing the best in what you want, so that ku turn up kube ngiloko kahle. So basically ngiloko kude lokunenge mhlambe. So putting amandla akho onke in everything that you are doing, from the simplest to the complex of tasks. So ngiloku kuvuka and doing your best every day. Yeah.
And lastly, maybe a person is thinking, okay, sihle, maybe sometimes akatfoli ukuthi maybe the business is slow. Ngasho kanjalo, every business has just that dry season. Guti, maybe people are not coming in as much. How do you make sure that you stay driven, you stay motivated? Guti, nangalesikhathi lapho kude khona, you're still pursuing the same thing, you're still focused on your dream, because that's what's so hard about being a person who's in business, because oftentimes it's buga, just the successes of it, and we never really look at the bad side of it. So how do you make sure Guti, you stay motivated in your goals and your dreams?
It is not easy, really, but what I can say is that passion never dies. Really, when it's shattered inside you, it just can never die. Even if you're going through those dry seasons in your business, ule passion really that always drives you to do things. Nyalo sekuna social media has, social media has done things very easier for us. Yabo. So we post noma ngabe it's not umsebenzi wanamuhla. You keep posting, you keep doing this, you keep marketing your business so that people bangakhohlwa. Yebo kona basuke bangakhohlwa ukuthi this is what you do, but really on a daily basis you need to keep showing off what you do.
Thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure getting to know you and getting to learn more about your business. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you so much, Namalungelo. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the managing director of Charlie's Kitchen. Her name is Sihle Dlamini. She's in the catering space. About her business. And of course, there's always something that you need to learn on Dream It, Achieve It. One thing that I learned and I didn't think was possible is the fact that you actually can start a business with no capital, guys. It depends, obviously, on the business that you're starting. But if you're driven and if you have, the zeal and the energy to keep going for it, you can start a business with no capital, because Sihle is a living testimony. Like 100 people, guys. So when it's your season and when it's your time, it's definitely going to happen. So we hope that there's something that you learned. We hope that you never stop dreaming. We hope that you always keep in mind, Guti, there's always something that you need to start in terms of, making yourself successful in terms of businesses. Or if you're making samosas, or if you're doing anything in particular, we love people that actually think ahead, they plan for the future on Dream It, Achieve It. And of course, we'll see you guys next time on the next episode. And we hope that you never stop learning on our entrepreneurial story covers. And if there's a person that you know that has started in the business or basically already established, don't forget to drop a WhatsApp line on 76281924 for your entrepreneurial story covers. See you next time.
Yoxin.